I genuinely love all types of cars, whether they be exotics or high performance. I've been lucky enough to race a Lamborghini around the Nürburgring, but for some reason I keep getting drawn back to the GTRs. I think it's just that power, that feeling of extreme acceleration that really gets me. My very first car was a Valiant Charger. It was pretty cool. I actually got it as an unfinished project. I was 15 years old at the time. I made sure that I got it all registered and ready to roll 2 weeks before my birthday, so I wanted to make sure the car was ready to cruise. Because I was on my L's, I needed a licensed driver next to me. Everyone was too scared to be in the car. I thought, you know what, I'm going to try and go for something that's a little bit, still high performance, but a little bit classy. I won't scare the crap out of everyone. After the Charger, I had my heart set on a Porsche. I didn't give myself a time frame, but I just said I was going to do it as soon as I could, and I did get that car by the time I was 18. So I decided I'd keep at it, and that's how I got into the buying and selling of cars. We didn't have the benefits of the internet, and I jumped on a plane and flew over and made my way through American classifieds and stuff, trying to find the car that I ended up buying. It's once I started to get more specialty cars and more exciting cars, I realised I needed a better name, and I'm not sure how Autostyle came about it. All of a sudden I just thought, that's a name I like. It's hard to know exactly, but I'm pretty confident it'd be close to 1,200 cars that I've imported over the years. I'm Domenic Russo, and this is my R34 GTR. The first big GTR that came in is a special car to me. I am very fond of that. That was actually a yellow 32 GTR, which we had the number plates too fast on. I think I got that car in late 2000, early 2001. At the time, the fastest GTR going around in Sydney made 300 kilowatts at the wheels. And when I got too fast, it was making 470. It was a massive, massive difference. You couldn't even comprehend the difference. It was really a case of, I just loved going fast, and it was fast. So I basically tried to enter any event that came up. I entered hill climbs, drag events, dyno comps, anything that came up. It won everything. It won everything it ever entered. It just got nicknamed Australia's Ultimate Street Car. I got featured in a magazine. It was on the front cover of Zoom. Went on to hold the record for the fastest GTR in the country, and then a few years later, it most powerful GTR in the country, winning the Street Car of the Year challenge, and then they just put it all together. There have been a lot of high-profile, big-name GTRs that we've had come through our hands. Black 32 GTR had the number plates Flyby at the time. Maroon 32 for another friend of mine. Daredevil. One of them that stands out was that gold 33 GTR. It was a top-secret built car. Well, we had a long list of other ones. There's a purple 32, which got featured a few times. A white one, which we had the number plates Femi on it at some point. That was the next step bigger than what Too Fast was. It was actually a very exciting car to drive. Like, it had so much power, had a lot of lag to deal with, and if you could drive it correctly, it could do amazing things, and it was a lot of fun. It was a handful. As things progressed, I decided I wanted an R34. This R34 was a special car. It had a lot of modifications before I got it, and once it arrived here, we made some further modifications to make it suit exactly what I wanted. I did a lot of driving in that car, and it was a very usable package. I remember having at one stage 6 GDRs all over 400, 450 kilowatts, all parked next to each other. It's like they've got characters depending on the way they're set up and what sort of componentry they have. The different models and the way it works with different turbo setups and different gearboxes. It meant that all the drives are a bit different, but if you get them right, they're really rewarding. At the peak of the business, I could literally walk into any news agency and pick up a magazine and there would be an article or some sort of feature on Autostyle. We did follow the market as the market changed, as much as I love my GDRs and my high performance stuff. But when we moved into the European exotics, that was very exciting. I've been fortunate enough to drive Lamborghinis around the Nuremberg in Germany and SLS AMGs along the French Riviera. So I've got to experience all the special cars in the way they're supposed to be enjoyed. Out of the exotics, I'd have to say the Lamborghini Murcielago was my favourite. But for some reason, I keep getting drawn back to the GDR. It's just the feeling, the G-forces and that acceleration. It brings a smile to your face no matter what. I still find the GDR just as exciting as I did at the start. The power levels we're getting to are getting quite high. With this 34 here, I was quite fortunate. It came up from a good friend of mine. I've had to do a fair bit of work to it, had an engine build, transmission build, lots of changes have been made to try and get it to the way I like it. It has a 2.7 litre motor, massive precision turbocharger, sequential 6-speed gearbox, there's a Haltech ECU with all the stuff like 2-step and gear cut and all the things you want to have in it. At the moment it's sitting on 1000 horsepower all 4 wheels. It's not at the limit of what it can do, but it's a point where it's a lot of fun to drive. It really is a lot of fun to drive. This car still has all the stuff that I consider essential to be a nice car to drive, like it does have air conditioning, got Bluetooth, got a full interior and so forth. When you have that sort of performance, having massive brakes is essential, and if you want to drive the car regularly, you've got to be able to stop. That, with the suspension work, it's a very nice car to drive. Obviously when it comes on, then all hell breaks loose after that. For a very long time, there was virtually nothing that could touch a well-modified GDR. I like winning, and they generally are a good platform to be up in front. Predominantly, the drive is what drives me. I'm all about the drive. I just can't get enough of the high-powered, high-speed stuff. I guess I was just born this way.